In the video previous, I showed you how to move between the various worlds that may be perceived. We have also spoken of the percept in previous lessons. The percept is what our eyes hold, both or whether the body eye and or the inner eye. Moving between the realms is not a movement of you, because you are the unmoving center. Moving between the worlds is a movement of sight, an opening of window, an adjustment of the vessel of percept. The parameters of your sight, your percept, is a condition you set. I want to remind you of a baseline thread that I asserted to you in the very first Keys of Magic video. And that is that understanding magic is necessary to understanding how to act in Earth life. Me guiding you through interacting with the various realms is me guiding you through locations for effective action, for creating both your personal world and for creating your offerings and giving them to our shared world. At this time, for this lesson, if you could open the window of and be with me in the world of pattern, the realm of frequency. I want to start by quoting an earlier video. Open quote, "The layer I have termed frequency may be more than one material, may be thought of as more than one realm. The point of me outlining a frequency layer is to denote the simplest and most original patterns. The place where is the membrane of where begins the eminence of the omniverse from true nature, from immovable being. Frequency is the first filter, the first illusion, the first change. The base canvas. The first filter of what? Of us. The frequency realm is the harmonic library of everything. Every appearance corresponds to frequency, and all frequency can be called into appearance." Closed quote. All conditions are edits or filters of being. These conditions, edits, filters can have consequence of either misery or joy. It's fun to play with filters. Sometimes it's fun to get lost in realms. Sometimes not so much. It's not fun to experience entrapment in illusion. Keeping in mind that ultimately you are the one with the key to let yourself out of cages. We often consider the function or result of a mask as one of concealment, perhaps even repression. But masks also reveal. Masks are a path of expression. Masks can define aspects. Often, when putting on a mask, like an actual earth-made mask art, individuals feel free to let their truer selves out. Similarly, as a being, when you choose to filter or mask through the canvas and all the way into the appearance realm and the human realm, you can say that you got lost or chopped, or you can say that this is you showing your aspects, the innumerable ways you can show love, freedom, and joy. Or any exploration. Certainly there are some lesser ones. And if you ask, which experience is which is the entrapment and which is the fun, that is most often a function of interpretation, and you are sovereign over your interpretation. Interpretation is one portion of your inner eye. You say what a given experience will do for you. All right, I said to come to the world of frequency, but actually, if you could be and then look upon the frequency realm, which is how it always works, the only substantial realm you are actually in is you being. All the other realms are devices of sight. Being is in suspension. We explored that in the previous lesson as well, noting that even to say suspension is to assign more property than there is. However, it is an interpretation that helps point me to being. I allow myself to tap into sensations of warmth and motheriness and receiving surrounding sustenance and freely breathing. So then from there, look upon the canvas. The canvas surrounds you spherically. I interpret the canvas like a gel, a plasma. You are as well suspended in the harmonic canvas. Another term for canvas is interface. If you touch the gel, boop, reach out and touch it, you get a sound and movement, a harmonic, a singular state of frequency, like plucking the strings of an instrument, a watery instrument. And P.S., these are not touches of human fingers. These are not sounds for the earth ears, but I find these still to be the best descriptors of the reach and the effect. You, being, are literally interfaced with this gel harmonic library. Another term for interface is embrace. It's a yin-yang marriage between the unmovable, propertied being and the moving, singing plasma canvas. Sound and silence, stillness and movement. And you don't have to determine which is the yin or which is the yang, because they also partake of one another's nature. There's always a little yin and yang and a little yang and yin. So just this intertwining of two that are one and one that are two. It's esoteric, but it's actual as well. Now, most often I remind you that you are true nature, being. But the canvas is also you. It's the you that changes. It is the prism that will unloose the knot of white light of you into gorgeous threads of color of you, so to speak. That's a metaphor. It's the you that is masked in all your aspects. Which aspects? Whichever ones you want. You're the author. Another term for this reality is that you are robed. Robed in a coat of many colors. Robed in a hum of well-being. You are beloved. You may ask, where is the frequency plasma while I am human? It didn't go anywhere. It is present. Can I see it? You are seeing it. However, you are seeing it through the filter of human body eyes, a vessel you entered, for reasons we cannot touch upon here, but to say that the human avatar is a highly developed, intentional, magical sept. And to remind you that to enter a human avatar is not a new place you are unmoving, but a sight window that allows for the earthly world. Thus, your view of frequency is filtered through the faculties of the human avatar. Thus, what you see is appearances of frequency, but this is still the sight of frequency as well. I want to go into a little more the definition of the term harmonic and why this applies to the frequency field to the point of calling it a library. When you first think of harmony, two evocations may come to mind. First might be music, the harmony in music. Second might be harmony in human relations. These are both lovely and appropriate understandings. In fact, I invite you to ponder the piano and its 88 keys. The piano, or any instrument, constitutes a harmonic library. The piano library has 88 states. The omniverse library has infinite states, all states that there could possibly be. The universe is an instrument. When you press a piano key, a tone arises from it. From the 88 tones of the piano keys, untold creations of music and song can be called into human sound palette, for which the human ear is a registering or intake device. From 88 to untold. The omniverse library has infinite states or tones. From these states, when quote-unquote pressed, infinite creations into infinite palettes may be called. Not only palettes associated with earthly avatars, life web, and storylines, but for any manner of imagination within the multi-metaverse. Please notice that the prerequisite to harmony is difference. It is only the different that can be harmonious. Each key on the piano is unique and different from the others. Each human being is unique, which lays the foundation for harmony within humanity. Each unique state in the frequency library is a harmonic thread that may be added to the loom to weave a harmony creation, a complex. Please notice that how we humanly language these differences is by the language of number. Music is, well, musical, but music is also very numerical. Music is math, as expressed in the muscle kinetics of fingers and hands. Music is the selection and playing of numerical interval, thirds, octaves, so on. The omniverse harmonic library can also be represented by number. Infinite is a number. An infinite number of differences, each difference in its uniquely exclusive state or tone. My descriptions of the fundamental nature of our universe are instructional and representational. This leaves room for more exact findings and usages, as well as interpretations based on one's art. The art of science continues to explore and to articulate its sight into and its interpretations of the foundations of our apparent world. There are discussions about how our brains construct a 3D depth world from 2D flat images received by the retina of the eye. And atoms and subatomics are nothing but a movement-based, non-spatial, non-temporal state matrix that we describe in terms of numerical intervals that activate and thereby yield unique property. One activation may be a gold atom, one activation may be a carbon atom. Are you human, or are you a web of atoms? Are you pottery, or have you always been simply clay? All right, let us return to our suspension in the gel. There is no time, there is no space. Let your 3D interpretations fall away and dissolve. There is only infinite isness. And by the way, I suggest that you not imagine this realm, but simply let it be around you as it actually is, and allow your awareness of it. Earlier, I invited you to boop the harmonic gel with a small touch, but now I want you to extend your whole arm into it. This would not be your human arm, nor a mental arm, but an extended inner reach. Your weird whoosh, whoosh, whoosh around in it. Move within the motion. Hear all the bing, 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 bings like a watery xylophone as you momentarily activate states by your touch. I have taught you that magic is influence. Think about that word. Influence is flowing in. You are the magic. What is flows in you. You flow in what is. As you whoosh about the harmonic library with your arm or even your whole body, you mermaid, you merchild, this is your flowing, your fluence, your fluence, your fluence in, your influence. Well, let's talk about this some more next time. I've called the library, the gel, a canvas, so let's talk about drawing on the canvas in the next Keys of Magic video lesson. In the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Peace and protection upon you.